Hello, my name is vrpa40. In this video I will talk about a Turkish shotgun. It's a RIA Imports 40 model pump action, 12 gauge. We're gonna look at the details of that unique item because it is magazine fed. So the box is a typical cardboard box from RIA. Inside we have nice dividers. The item comes with quite a lot of stuff. We have next to the gun itself we have the 2 pieces 5-round magazines, and we have adjustable cheek piece that goes on the back of the stock. I took that off, but that is with it as well. We have a spacer for the stock, so you can make it a little bit longer, about 15 millimeters. Then we have the typical set of chokes. It comes with total of 3 chokes and the choke tool. That part here is a limiter for the magazine in case you want to go hunting in USA, so you meet the limit of the magazine. Then we have here the bag with some more information. We're just quick gonna look at it. We have a nice cleaning pad, and then we have some advertising, I guess. Yep, advertising. And here we have the correct name, vrpa40 mag fed pump action shotgun. Amazing, those names. But yeah, that's it from RIA Imports. We're quick gonna go through the manual because later on maybe some people not gonna get the manual for that gun anymore, so at least they can stop the video and have a look. Really nice that they put an exploded U on it. The manual is really nicely done here, also about the disassembly for cleaning. There is the website. That's it. So we have that out of the way. Now the item comes with 2 5-round magazine. The magazine well is similar to an R15. The button, the magazine lock is similar as well, but you can get longer magazines of course too. The deal with that shotgun was that was on sale for around $140, plus free shipping, plus you get from the importer a free 9-round magazine and a $50 discount as well. So that all in all was too good, so I had to get one item for a test, and so far it did really work out well. So 5-round magazines with it. Then you have 9-round magazines. You get one 9-round magazine, and it's basically the same, just longer, and it has a limiter in it for 9 rounds instead of 10, plus the spring was too hard. Plus we also had here by the follower last round bolt hold open. That is for the same magazine as they use it on semi-automatic shotguns, so that needed to be removed. So all in all, that 9-round magazine that we got for free was not much worth it at all, because it needed quite some work to fix it up that it actually works in the gun. But nevertheless, it's for free, so that is how that is. Now from the 10 round magazine version, there are different manufacturers and different rebrands that sell you the 10 round magazines. We see, like on those two, we see they are made by a different company because the stamping is not completely the same, plus the floor plates in polymer are not the same either. Most of the time the follower has the last round bolt hold open device in here, and again that is only for the semi-automatic version. With this pump action here, you can't insert the magazine too well with that device standing out. Of course, as you fill the magazine up, the last round bolt hold open is in the magazine itself, so you can actually insert it in the shotgun and all that. I'm talking about the empty magazine is not gonna go in too well, so I always remove that. It's easy to remove. It's just a plastic part with a spring. So that's about the magazines. The magazine hold all 3-inch or 2 3/4 shells. On some magazines, like the 19 round or drum magazine, it doesn't hold the 3-inch magnum shells, so I did not want to start with that. The magazines, as we see here, are all set up for 3-inch magnum, which this shotgun can fire. So we have a 20-inch barrel, typical great deal from Turkey, chrome lined with chokes in front by the muzzle, of course. It comes with total of 3 chokes and the wrench. The patterning of the shotgun is amazing for that 20-inch barrel that shoots really well even for hunting. The front end here, as we see, it has a fiber optic sight there, nicely and easy to aim. Metal part that is added on the 20-inch barrel. Then we have a heat shield. That one has a bit of strange finish on it, so a bit shiny. I did already paint that in a rather matte black. Usually that is a bit more shiny. Then the magazine tube here is just left in place for the pump handle, so that the pump handle can pump. Inside it's hollow, no spring, no follower, no nothing. We have for this assembly for cleaning the usual end cap with the front sling swivel that you can take off, and you can take out the barrel out of the front absolute easy. The same is with the pump handle and the bolt. It just slides out. Absolute easy to disassemble. You don't have to press any buttons or levers. Now the pump handle is a polymer design, and there is a metal piece molded in that holds the double sliding bars. We have 2, of course. On each side is 1 for a great function. That is a bit an unusual design, but apparently the Turkish designers go with that. So there is no easy way, say if you want to mount a Magpul 4 end to this shotgun, because the whole part here is polymer and the metal is hooked on. That is a bit a disadvantage, but the stock for that from that shotgun is way good. For tactical use, for security use, they made the same shotgun before with a more traditional looking stock set, and that was for sure way less usable. As we come to the part here, we have the regular magazine well with the magazine lock, R15 style. We have a sliding safety here, nothing fancy there either. That part here is the pin for disassembly. That pin, you can take that out, and then the polymer part which is hooked in front here, simply swings out. On top we have a nice ghost ring sight, nicely protected. It's the typical design like with the other Turkish shotguns that I reviewed. We have that groove milled in the top of the receiver, and then the top part here, the ghost ring with the pick rail, is sliding in from the backside and secured with screws. This time they actually did use enough screws. We have 3 actual screws that screw the thing down in the receiver, so that is really good. Now these screws did not have any Loctite on them. That's something, if you plan to use a red dot and all that on it, I would secure those screws with a Loctite. The rest is perfect. We have a great sight picture with that ghost ring sight. Makes together with the fiber front optic sight a great sight picture. Easy to mount a red dot or even a scope if you want. Absolute great setup how it is, so you can shoot slugs relative accurate to quite a good distance, way better than just with a bead sight. Then we have the rear stock, typical design, I would say, like a Magpul stock, but of course it isn't a Magpul stock. As I say, I took already the cheek riser off. I don't need that, and you can adjust the length with the spacer here. I took that off too, so it's relatively short. We have the rear sling attachment to be used here. The part here is a little bit hollow, but not too much, so all in all really good. And yeah, that sounds like military up in the sky. We are here located a bit close to a military base by Dalonika. Nice people. I made already videos there about the open house day that they have from time to time. Unfortunately not for like 2 years because of the Chinese pandemic, and yeah, but they don't fly often around here for training. You hear that in my videos. Most of the time it's plain simple quiet and nature, like we're gonna have it in a minute again. Sorry about that, but that is how that is. So the stock is great on this version. The version that they made before had more like a traditional style hunting stock, so if you would like to have that, that would have been the better version. For me this is great, works really nice. On the other side, not much special. We have again the magazine button here from the lock. Then we have here the lock for the action, so you need to depress that down to open the action as you want to unload the gun. All in all, the build quality is great, especially for that price. Usual price was around $300 before, but somehow USA got flooded with Turkish shotguns, X different models, X different names and importers and this and that and the other, so the market did collapse a bit. So why this shotgun? Because it's pump action, because it uses magazines for feed the ammunition. Back in the day in Italy there was the Spas 12, Franchi was the manufacturer, and then pretty soon the Spas 15 came. That was a magazine fed pump action semi-automatic shotgun. Unfortunately too expensive, too well ahead of its time, but the ideas, the tactical design goes all the way to that version here. So the negative parts they got rid of pretty much, and the positive parts they did keep and build on that idea. The too complex adjustment selection from semi-automatic to pump action is gone. So we have only pump action, so that item gonna work with pretty much all ammunition that is around, from the strongest 3-inch magnum loads to the weakest 2 3/4 or in less lethal with rubber pellets that has nearly no recoil and all that. Everything in between gonna work. So that is absolute great. You don't need to think, oh, is it gonna work with semi-automatic or not? No, you just have the pump action and finish. Then to the magazines, from a 5 or to the 10 round magazine, you can change the magazines absolutely quickly, because they used magazine well like with an R15. So as you have the bolt open in the open position and you reload the magazine slides in the magazine well absolute fast and easy without any problems, and then you simply pump the handle forward and the gun is ready to be fired. So absolute fast changing the magazines, and you can of course label the magazines like the Spas 15 did with green, less lethal, or red with buckshot or slugs, so that if you want, you can fill up your magazines in a different way, and you can change the rounds that it's gonna fire absolute fast and easy. The reloading with the 10 round magazines is way faster than reloading a regular pump action with a tube fed magazine. So you have 10 magazines really fast in the gun, as long as you have spare magazines. That is another point. Currently they are on sale for like $18 to $25. That is a relatively good price if you get a correct working 10 round magazine with a good quality, not that free 9 round magazine that I did mention that took quite some work to tweak it, that actually works. So buckle up on magazines. I got quite many. I just grabbed these 3 magazines to show the different sizes and how it is. And yeah, that is for me the main reason, that you can reload it really fast, that you can select the different magazines with the different ammunition from lethal to less lethal, that the pump action system is absolute well working, plus it's easy to use. Since there is no mechanism to feed a round from the tube magazine into the chamber, the back and forth sliding of that bolt is just the bolt, and it's absolute super smooth and easy. That is the most easy to pump action that is around, because it doesn't feed from a tube magazine. So all in all, a great item if you are in the market for something like that, a unique version of the pump action system with all the benefits that I just said. That is sure a model to look at. Thanks to the Turkish people who did manufacture that it came up with that item. Of course, it still has a bit items, features that could be a bit better. The part here gonna catch on dirt and stuff. It would be nice to have an 18-inch barrel, 18.5-inch barrel, something like that, instead of 20 inches. But the rest is absolute great. Absolute great. So that much about this Rock Island Armory imported Turkish made pump action with magazines.